Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is John Occhi. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams and the Excellence in Real Estate team. This is the fourth part of my special video report of a multi-part series, and it's all about negotiations, and it works for both buyers and sellers. In this particular segment, we're talking about in home inspections and due diligence. And one of the first things we need to understand is that savvy home sellers should anticipate this, and there's certainly some great tools available for you to counteract and make sure that this ploy is not used against you, because when it is used, it is a very effective ploy. As a realtor, when I work with a client listing their home, one of my highest recommendations, first recommendation, strongest points that I emphasize, I can speak English, okay, that I emphasize is that the seller should have their home professionally inspected by an ASHI. That's a American Society of Home Inspectors. It's a great organization. You can go to the website www.ashi.com and you can find local home inspectors. Myself or any other realtor should be able to have some that you can choose from. Never take just one choice. Always be able to look at least 3 different and investigate them on your own, and make sure you get somebody that's going to be tough. You don't want somebody that's just going to passe and put a rubber stamp on it. And if you deal with one that an agent recommends and says, here, just use this one, sometimes that's somebody that he's real passive and does not want to be known as a deal killer. So he's not going to find anything wrong and if anything significant, so he's just going to make sure that the deal goes through and that the home inspection is a non-issue. But you want it to be an issue if it is an issue. As a seller, get the home inspected before you put it on the market. If there's anything that needs to be repaired, repair it. It's taken care of. It's done. It's over. All right. If there's any other inspections that are typical for your community, here in Southern California in Hemet, we use pest control, or termite we call it, but we call it wood destroying pest is actually one of the addendums that's built right into our California contracts. So go ahead and get a contractor to come out, a termite contractor to come out and do a home inspection for you. Now, I recommend that you use a big national company instead of a mom and pop. And believe me, I love mom and pop businesses. I'm not a corporate type of ego-driven corporate rah-rah person. But the reason I suggest when we're talking about inspectors and termite is because there's a lot of liability involved. And if a termite inspector should miss something of any significance, and it comes back within a reasonable period of time that it's identified, mom and pop may not have the wherewithal to go ahead and take care of that and to honor their mess up. Whereas a large company, they should come in without any foresight, any challenge whatsoever. They will admit that they made a mistake. They want to thank you for their business. They want you to use them in the future, and they will take care of getting the job corrected more often than not. So consider that when selecting your inspectors, okay? Now, when an inspector comes to the home, and I don't care, again, what inspector, it really doesn't matter. Most inspections, they're going to charge $350, $400, depending on the size of the house and what it is that's actually being done. But when they do come and they inspect the home, you as the home buyer or you as the home seller, if you're paying for the inspection, you should make a point of being there. You should be watching everything they're doing, overlooking their shoulder, and really getting to know the bones of the house. And when I say bones, I'm talking about the structure. The skin is the carpet, the color of the walls, if the grass has weeds in it, that can all be taken care of. Skin that is very insignificant, although it does make a great negotiating tool. But you want to know the bones of the house, and the best way is to have someone who knows what to look for when looking at bones, and you're going to be right there with them, and you're going to truly understand the inner workings of your home, okay? And so you want to make sure that you're there. It's going to take 2-3 hours, but do it, all right? Some states and some areas, they have other inspections, whatever the case may be. If there's a question about the roof and you want the roof certified, get it certified. Okay, spend the money now. It's better to spend it now than to have it come back and be an issue after you've moved in. All right? Now, be wary of any inspection. If you're the buyer now, okay, be wary if the seller says, oh, I've already had it inspected, here's all my inspections. I've got an appraisal here, I've got a termite inspection, I've got a home maintenance, everything is all done. So we can move ahead and get escrow done really quickly. Be wary of that. Okay, now if it's an ASHI, they do have very high standards. That should be one inspection that you might be able to take if you accept it. It will save you a few dollars by not having to pay for that again on your own, but be wary when the seller's providing the documentation that says that the home is in great working order. So just be wary, all right? Sometimes when you're looking at problems and what can often look like a small trivial defect that can be cured at a minimal expense, don't overlook that. Make sure that it's identified and it's taken care of, because often a trivial looking minor repair can turn into be a very expensive issue. It could be just you know, the tip of the iceberg when you're looking at that. And when you get your report, let's talk about the home inspection report. Read it very thoroughly. All right. So what happens is, if there are serious defects in the home after you've had your inspection, what happens is you have basically three choices. You can cancel the sale and obtain an immediate refund of all of your money. Okay. Walk away from it. There's something wrong with the house. You don't like it. You're not obligated to take it. The second thing is, now you can negotiate. Now you can negotiate with the seller for either a price reduction, maybe a credit back in the selling price in order to get the repairs taken care of. Sometimes you can even get cash done for it. You know, there might be a serious problem with the roof, and they may put $20,000 or $10,000 towards the new roof, and they'll just set that aside in cash because you can't get the roof redone within the time of escrow in order to close escrow. So here's $10,000 towards it, and it's cash money, because $10,000 cash money can get work done. $10,000 reduction in price, you know, that's your mortgage, and that doesn't give you the $10,000 working capital that you're looking for. So you need to make sure that you get your credits in working capital and not in price reduction. All right. Then the third option is, go ahead with it. If you really love the house and it's something you have to have, and you're comfortable with the significance of the repair, that you can take care of it and it's a non-issue for you, then go ahead and move forward. Okay. Now, property buyers should realize that it's unreasonable to expect the seller to pay for all of the entire cost of correcting a known problem. And again, let's use the roof. Let's say it's a 15-year-old roof, and yeah, there's some issues with it, but and then you have a roof inspector and determines that it's much more serious than was originally anticipated. Well, it would be unreasonable to expect that seller to pay the entire cost of a brand new roof. However, if you got a $10,000 credit towards that roof, or whatever, you know, number is comfortable to be negotiated with, that'd be great. All right, so just consider that. One other thing here is disclosure reports. All right, when we're talking about doing the home inspections, let's just back up a step. And when you do the home inspections, that certainly is one of the best forms of disclosure that's out there. And as long as you do it right and you do it credible, you put it together, that can really stop a deal from falling apart by being able to identify everything from the very beginning. All right, well, that's pretty much it for my report on inspections and why and how they can be used in negotiations. So I hope that this has helped stimulate some questions for you, and that you've understand a little bit further about the negotiation side of the real estate transaction. So until next time, this is John Occhi with the Excellence in Real Estate team, wishing you and yours all the best. I want to thank you, and come back when we're going to talk about the 5 keys to negotiation tactics, and how to anticipate them and how they will be used on you. All right. Well, thanks again. This is John again with the Excellence in Real Estate, wishing you and yours all the best. Make every day a great day, because every day is just so precious. All right. Thank you again, and God bless.